Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about the Porn Star Brothers series and the very beginning of it. The 4 novellas, and which is the omnibus novel. So you've got Carlos, Pedro, Tomas and Retribution, which is the conclusion to the 3 stories, and they're all rolled into this novel. There are 7 novels in the series, and so for the next few weeks I'll be talking about each novel. Now, to go back and talk about how it first started, it was 2014. It started from a TV show host whose name is Carl, and his nickname is Carlos. And then one year he was up for the Gold Logie, which is our TV awards, the Logies, and his surname was pronounced wrong. It was pronounced as Stefanovic, but it's Stefanovic. So Carl Stefanovic, if you ever see this series, especially Carlos, is thanks to your nickname. So that was really weird. But I also wanted to write a series that was very Jackie Collins-esque. Jackie's like my author mentor and inspiration, and I'd love to write books like that. And even though I'd started my novels, which you've seen previously, and I wrote those, I wanted something that was just a little bit more. And because I'd been writing kids' stories, I hadn't written an adult novel in 3 years. 2013, 2006. By the time I got there, it was 2016. I had plans to start writing in 2015. Unfortunately, that didn't come to fruition. So I started writing in April 2016, and when I sat down to write it, it took me 4 days. That's how fast. There might be some sexual innuendos here. That's how fast Carlos was. I wrote 40 pages the first day, 30 the second, 30 the third, and then finished it off with about 20, 25 pages on the 4th day. That's how fast he came, because he was that damn good. But I was so glad to be back to writing adult sex and relationships and everything after writing kids' stories for years. It just basically all poured out, and it came really quick. Okay, inside joke. So that's what it started from. And originally it was just going to be one porn star. And then there was talk about how trilogies were the big thing at the time in 2015-16. And suddenly it became Porn Star Brothers. I thought, okay, I'll do 3 novellas, which was the plan. They are novella size. And that was what I was going to do. And then something sort of said, do the conclusion on its own. And then it became 4 novellas. And then I thought, okay, I've got to do the paperback novel version. So this is the omnibus. This is laid out as a novel. So the chapter titles have their names. And it sort of goes in order of what happens to them, which is how the books are done. So the first story with Carlos is his story that goes through to the end. And then Pedro's story picks up where Carlos's story ends, basically the same day, same night. And then when Pedro finishes, that's when Tomas picks up. So it's like when one brother leaves, the story of the next one starts. And then when he leaves, the story of the next one starts. And then at the end of Tomas, they all kind of find each other again. And then you've got the conclusion. Because obviously it's a 7-book story, they obviously find each other. So I'm not really giving away too much. But from the blurb read, you know that there's a lot of kidnappings, poisonings, they're into porn, so there's a fair bit of sex. Tomas is gay. I'll say that right now. So in his book, there's going to be gay sex, gay romance, etc. So there will be in this book as well. And they're 20, 22 and 24. Born in Australia to Jenny and Spiros. Jenny met Spiros in 1952. I don't even remember. I've got the novel of Spiros and Jenny. You'll see their story. I better catch up with my own book. It's been a while. But he's Greek and she's Australian, so that's why they're Australian born. And Greek Island raised. They moved over when his father died, and he basically had to take over the family business and look after his mother and everything else. So they moved into her house. They stayed there for another 10 odd years. And then that's where it sort of starts. They're on Greece and they're doing their jobs. Carlos is a masseuse, giving more than just a normal physical massage. Pedro's a DJ on Santorini. Tomas is a personal trainer. All on Greece. As I said, they're 20, 22, 24. They've been there for 10 years. And it's my ode to Jackie Collins. The dedication is to her, as well as Carl Stefanovic and his brothers, because his brothers are Tomas and Peter. which is where the names came from. So, yeah, if you like stuff like Jackie Collins and, you know, that's really the only thing I can liken it to. Full of sex, full of murder, kidnappings, plotting, car chases, all sorts of stuff. It's not as full on as The Road to Vegas and The Billionaire's Dirty Little Secret, so there's not like millions of sex scenes in there. But there's a lot, and hopefully if you like Jackie Collins, you'll love these. So give these a go. You can get as I said, the omnibus paperback, also in hardcover, dust jacket. Or if you just want to try the novellas, you've got Carlos, Pedro, Tomas, Retribution, hardcover paperback. There is the ebook collection, which has all 4 stories. It's got an aqua green cover with the 3 boys on the front. And all the novellas have their own ebooks as well. So if you like Jackie Collins, if you like, you know, sex, adult, relationship, kidnappings, murders, all the stuff you can kind of throw at your characters, then give the Pawn Star Brothers a try. The book is Pawn Star Brothers, and it's novel number 1 in the Pawn Star Brothers series. Although they're not numbered like the novellas. So it's just the Pawn Star Brothers series. And the book is called Pawn Star Brothers by me, under my adult author name of LJ Diva, with a really hot naked guy in his tidy whities on the cover. I mean, if you're going to do a book about porn stars, you might, you know, you need to get a guy who's naked or nearly naked. I mean, yeah. So that's the Pawn Star Brothers under my adult author name of LJ Diva, out in all good online bookstores. In paperback, hardcover, novellas, omnibuses, multiple editions.